Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, around 300 civil security unit personnel from the provincial government of Albay, assigned to manage various facilities including hospital security, have undergone training in the operation of basic firearms. According to CSU Chief, retired Colonel Nilo S. Berdin Jr., it is crucial to train each participant in the proper use of firearms to prevent accidents. He said that as security personnel, it is essential to have basic knowledge on how to assemble and disassemble firearms, and personnel received expert training from the Police Regional Office 5. The program was mandated by the PGA to ensure CSU personnel are also well-trained in protecting Albayanos effectively. In other story, the Institute for Climate Change or Climate and Sustainable Cities, ICSC, Partnerships and Advocacy Advisor Francis de la Cruz has suggested reducing permit requirements to fast-track renewable energy projects in Albay. De la Cruz emphasized that this is one of the measures the provincial government can take to ensure the faster implementation of the initiatives. He noted that streamlining the permit process would help attract more investors, expedite renewable energy projects, and help Albay achieve its 100% renewable energy goal within the desired time frame. This proposal was raised during the panel discussion on the first day of the Albay Renewable Energy Investment Summit, themed Igniting Innovation, Fueling Investment, Albay 100% Renewable Energy. The summit, a two-day international event hosted by the provincial government of Albay in partnership with the Philippine Movement for Climate Justice, took place on September 27 to 28, 2024 at the Oriental Hotel, Legazpi City. In the national scene, China's People Liberation Army Southern Theater Command conducted routine reconnaissance, early warning, and sea air patrol exercises in the Scarborough Shoal. It coincided with a multilateral maritime cooperative activity wherein naval and air force units of the Philippines, Australia, Japan, and New Zealand also held drills in the West Philippine Sea. According to the Armed Forces of the Philippines spokesperson, Colonel Francil Margaret Padilla, the said multilateral exercises proceeded as planned without any interference, despite having monitored Chinese vessels within the area. Padilla also noted that while Chinese vessels were spotted tailing during the MMCA, they did not receive any reports regarding the alleged conduct of Chinese military exercises. In other story, new Police Criminal Investigation and Detention Group CIDG Chief Police Brigadier General Nicolas Torre III has committed to continue probe on the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, KOJC, and its leader, Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. According to Torre, they have been conducting a case build-up regarding the human trafficking allegations being charged against Kibuloy and KOJC's Angels of Death. He added that they are also preparing to file charges of sedition and obstruction of justice to KOJC members, as well as the other individuals involved in tampering Kibuloy's arrest operations. Torre also stated that CIDG now holds pieces of evidence to be used in court, such as 2 fire trucks, 2 cranes, and several cars that were employed to block the police officials during the protests. Also, the CIDG chief stressed that the involved personalities should just wait for the notice from the court so they can finally submit their counter affidavit. In other news, the Makabayan Coalition has named 11 senatorial candidates who will run under their slate for the 2025 midterm elections. They come from party list groups, representatives, and are members of other progressive groups. bearing the slogan, Taumbayan naman. The 11 senatorial candidates under Makabayan Coalition are Alliance of Concerned Teachers ACT, Representative Franz Castro, Gabriela Party List Representative Arlene Brosas, Kilusang Mayo 1 Secretary General Jerome Adonis, former Gabriela Representative and National Anti-Poverty Commission Chairperson Lisa Masa, Pamalakaya Vice Chairperson Ronel Arambulo, former Bayan Muna Representative and Bagong Alyansa Makabayan Chairperson Teddy Casino, Kilusang Magbukid ng Pilipinas Chairperson Danilo Ramos, pagkakaisa ng mga samahan ng tsuper at operator nationwide Piston, Chairman Modi Floranda, Urban Poor Group Kalipunan ng Damayang Mahihirap Kadamay Secretary Mimi Domingo, Filipino Nurses United Secretary General Jocelyn Adamo, Sandugo Movement of Moro and Indigenous Peoples for Self-Determination Co-Chairperson Amira Lidasan. Casino noted that ordinary citizens should also be given the opportunity to provide service to the public. And in the news outside the country, at least 100 people were killed while dozens are still missing in flooding and landslides in Nepal. According to the police, this number is still expected to increase as death reports from various villages continue. Among the fatalities were the 14 bodies recovered from 2 buses headed to Kathmandu that were buried in a landslide. It was reported that the 3 main highways in Kathmandu, including the one that links the city to the rest of the country, have been blocked as the soil eroded. Meanwhile, the government has already announced that schools and colleges across Nepal will be closed for the succeeding days. And finally, in the news outside the country, hundreds of people in Paris convened to show their support to women's right to abortion, just 6 months after France became the only country to secure women's right to voluntarily terminate a pregnancy. The protesters appealed for easier access to abortion in France and condemned budget cuts, staff reduction, and the closure of abortion centers, noting that these are ways of penalizing women. According to Zara Dorosher, president of France's not-for-profit family planning services and a participant of the protest, French women sometimes tend to go to other regions just to access abortion services. Meanwhile, the said protest was organized by civil society groups in line with the International Safe Abortion Day. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, September 30, 2024. We'll be right back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our 12 o'clock news break writer, LJ Lurejo, and on the technical side, Chad Bobis. And of course, thank you to our Provincial Information Officer, Mary Luduca Castillo. And under the supervision of our Governor, Edsel Rex Lagman, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.